Hi everybody, welcome back to the Avatar campaign, where we fuck around and find out. But last time, we had the giant cart chase, where you were chased by a mysterious airbender
with associates.
With associates. One being an earthbender, the other, you did not find out.
The other got bullied.
The other one got immediately destroyed. But you guys are making your way through across Whaletail Island. You actually spent probably a few days, it's just a day trip over.
It wasn't a too long of a trip, so yeah.
Yeah, no. Is there anything you guys do in particular? Omo kind of is saying that he suspects that there are forces that we do not understand, and that's kind of why you guys were being hunted, but he still is unsure on what those specifically could be. He's only heard rumors and legends, is what you kind of gather.
Could I put my other
He's
dice?
refused to elaborate,
I am currently trying to reprocess what I'm supposed to do now, because, I had plans. It was going to be great. I was going to go to a school or something.
Where did I put my other dice?
I don't know. Where did you
Was there?
You have 2 dice.
I found one. Hold on, it might be. I think, is that yours?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
yours.
yeah, that's yours. There you go.
I had plans. I was going to go to, a school or something, and it was going to be great. Now I got to think of something new.
How are you? How is Miki feeling?
She is having a cry. She is crying.
Oh no! Almost kind of like they're in the cart. He hasn't said very much to elaborate on it. He's like, okay, well, what I will. The cart kind of comes to a slow, and you guys look out, and at the top, you guys are at the top of a hill, and outside is the ocean again. So you've reached the other end of the island.
Oh, we reached the other end.
But Omo has stopped the cart, and he kind of looks back at you guys. He's like, okay, there is a choice you can make here. I will not force either way. I am just in charge of taking care of you. But I know that there are some people who are a little bit more informed than I on the thought of someone having multiple powers, and I don't know what this airbender is hunting you guys for, but maybe they might have more information on it. They live in Ba Sing Se, which is closer to your school. It is on the way. But your school is very prestigious. They have different right? They have different settings of where their school is. One is in Ba Sing Se.
Okay, so they have a community.
Yeah, it's like a whole yeah.
They've got a center or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know exact what they're going with, but I do know that some larger colleges and whatnot, they'll be like, yeah, here's our main campus, but we do technically have a campus here.
Yeah, and he's like, I do not feel safe taking you to the original campus that your parents assigned, but I can. It's up to you ultimately. Because at Ba Sing Se you will be safe.
Supposedly. I don't trust that much.
Right? You're like,
no. Bet. Safer, yes. If you want to make the safer claim, then yeah, sure, you got it. But
right. But he's like, it is up to you ultimately.
I need to make it to the Northern Water or Clan, and they can.
Northern Water Tribe.
Northern Water Tribe. But
it is on the way.
If it's on the way, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to stop by.
You mentioned there was some sort of scholarly type that might help them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Nora kind of speaks up. He's the little merchant guy.
Yeah.
And he was holding the reins, and he was like, "Oh well, yeah. I can totally, I have some connections. But on Ba Sing Se is kind of a city center. It's kind of the main. If you have places you need to go and you need connections, Ba Sing Se is the place to be. It's kind of become a cultural hub of all 4 nations. Whereas usually it used to be very it used to be very
something
reserved, very, very cut off from the rest of the world, but so have all the other nations. But nowadays, there are more people coming in to trade, and then...
So it seems like Bossing Say is a general center of, like, commerce or whatever.
Yeah, but only the outer walls for Bossing Say, because there's multiple walls inside.
Okay.
And that's what Norik's like, I've been there, like, it's not as bad, like, as you're probably picturing. It's definitely different, but it's a pretty... If you need places to go and people to meet, that is where you go. And in your case...
Thus begins a bigger life of crime.
Thus begins bigger. And almost like, so that is where we shall go. And then he, like, goes with the reins, and they start heading down the hill. Right?
Yeah, because I don't think there's any other destination we particularly had in mind other than original campus, which is, like, bad.
Right? Because clearly you guys are being hunted somewhere. Alright. And you guys come to the bottom, and there's, like, a dock, there's, like, some people. You see the same flag, Miki, you see the same flag as the Jerko's ship in one of the sailings.
I should probably...
Nice. What did you want?
I was just gonna say, like, I've been fidgeting with, like, whatever this entire time in game.
Yeah, just messing with things.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh. And Norik kind of goes over and he's like, yeah, that's one of his trade lines. They're the polar trout fishing company.
Polar bear trouts.
Polar bear trout. It's actually just trout that are the size of polar bears. He's
still dangerous.
Like basically almost kind of like whalers, but
budget whalers.
Yeah, but not.
Like budget, because like a big trout isn't going to be as big as like a whale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
even
exactly.
if it's polar bear size.
But still pretty good trout.
Like yeah, it's big, but
exactly. And you guys see another ship. And this one has a Fire Nation symbol on it, but it looks... You guys gonna take a little closer look, or...
I'll look at it briefly.
Okay.
I'm looking around.
I'm not like obsessing over its
Do you guys
details.
want to roll focus for me? Just to kind of see if you're paying attention.
2d6, right?
Yep.
That's an 11.
11?
That is a 7.
7? 11. Okay.
Right.
You notice
Paranoia
since you're
has
a
kicked
little...
in.
Yeah, since you're a little more
That
Fire Nation and...
paranoid.
Yeah, and you're a little nervous. You know it's not from your father's sort of like work he does, but you do recognize it as let me see. It is my god, words.
You had it?
I had
and
it.
Now it's gone?
I had it. Where did it go? I had it in my book. You recognize it as a certain circus that had come in before. It's a very traveling circus.
So it's a traveling
yeah.
circus.
It's the, let me find it, because I know they have, the Flying Koi Performers is their name.
Oh, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, and you remember seeing them when you were, like, a kid. You haven't, like...
Yeah, I don't remember their performance that well.
Mm-hmm. Right? But you're like, oh, hey, there's that.
Popcorn was nice, though.
Right? No, Norok is looking, at this point, you guys have kind of stopped by the...
Yeah, so
docks,
we've, like, sort of stopped at this point. We're just kind of waiting for ships and whatnot to get ready.
Norok's looking through his stuff, and Norok is like, hey, how much did you guys throw out my cart?
Everything we could get my hands on.
Ah, you threw out our boating tickets.
Oh.
He's like...
The boating tickets?
What's a boating ticket for?
It's just
Boarding
like it's basically a passport, you know, for getting on and off the island. He's like, this is
I still
where
have the old one.
You have your old one. Oh, perfect. Okay, I don't know if that'll be able.
Yeah, I don't know if that's quite what they're looking. I don't know if that's quite what they're looking for, but
yeah, he's like, okay. And you also threw out all of my possessions, including my money. And almost looks kind of like between you guys.
Money?
He's like, how much do we have between ourselves?
That was money?
He's like, it was in a little piggy bank.
How much money do I have? Because my sheet doesn't tell me.
You are broke as shit. You are a child. thrown with nothing.
No, the point was, didn't they get a little bit of cash at some point?
I believe.
Because, like, I think that was more for Miki, but...
Yeah.
I don't have any money.
I don't think you would have anything. Cause...
I'm assuming
I had money, but I threw it at
the
the people.
Kids level pocket money
right?
too, so it's still basically nothing.
Yeah, you guys have like, I'll say you. Oh yeah, what did we decide on? Because I think you have like 10 copper pieces each. If,
yeah,
like,
But
we threw them at the people chasing us.
Well, you threw Norok's money
Yeah,
at the people. You didn't throw your own money. You threw Norok's people.
Yeah, it's just like our own money would have been like in our pockets or whatever, which would have been like, no, wait, we probably wouldn't have like noticed in a panic situation or whatnot.
Yeah, you guys were kind of just throwing whatever.
We were just kind of like looking
reckless
around.
abandon.
Yeah, and like, you know, if a coin fell in my pocket, I probably would have thrown it, but like...
Almost like, I have 30 copper.
I have 10 copper.
So...
Let's see.
We've got 50 between us, it looks like, unless we've got more hiding somewhere.
It is, he's like, is 25 copper for one ticket. At least. And that's one-way trip. But we don't need
Okay, so
like,
we're missing 2 tickets.
2 tickets. He's like, so 2 of us can get a ticket on there. He's like, we need to come up with a plan. And he almost like trying to think.
So how much time do we have?
He's like, until the ships leave usually by dusk, which is in a couple hours.
Alright, cool. We got time at least. Maybe not a whole lot, but...
Not a lot.
Yeah.
We could sell Girl Scout cookies.
It's like, we don't have any Girl Scout cookies.
You can make some.
We do not have the means of making some.
Oh.
You're like, says you.
Oh, this ain't about cookies.
This ain't about... Let me show you the life of crime, child.
It begins.
No, it's like, what are we gonna do? I can't afford... He's like,
okay, what do we do, actually?
Noak's like, I need to get myself and at least my cart loaded onto a ship.
I mean, maybe just us
wait, hold on.
could go.
Just to clarify, is it extra for the cart?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Just checking.
Like,
we could sell the cart.
I don't think that's an option.
Noak's like thinking about it, and he's like, I don't want to sell my cart.
Well,
and almost like, you will sell the cart if we need to.
Noak's like, no! We'll circle back to selling the cart.
We'll cycle back to that.
That's an option.
That's our last option, pretty much, because...
Do you guys want to, like, roll creativity or focus to, like, try and come up with a plan, or do you want to...
I'll try to roll creativity. Alright, that is a 9.
A 9? You kind of observe, and you're watching, you can see some, like, with the flying koi, performers, there is... like, a few, like, they have animals and other, like, beasts and equipment that are being loaded. It's, like, in a process. It's not, like, being loaded right now, but it has stuff set aside to, like, wrangle and
okay,
get
so the koi performers, the boat, that boat's also being loaded to ships somewhere.
Yep, there's the one, the fisherman one, and the,
yeah, and the fisherman boat's the one we're planning on taking, because we're not circus performers.
Yeah.
We could try to take the circus boat.
Well, before we do that, step 1.
Do I know it's a circus boat, actually?
Yeah, I'm sure he told
I
you.
can tell you it's a
You're like,
circus
oh,
boat.
hey, that's the...
You can know it's a circus boat, like, I don't care. That's like, just like, neat.
Oh, neat. Like, that's
What's that?
Circus boat.
Circus boat.
Anyway.
You could travel with the circus.
Give me a minute first. Well, because first step, is there anyone, like, at the boat, like, loading the circus boat and whatnot?
There is one guy with, like, a big handlebar mustache, and he's, like, starting to... He's, like, talking with people with, like, a clipboard and trying to, like, or like, counting the barrels and stuff.
Hello, sir. How's it going?
Oh, hello, yes. What can I help you with?
Oh, just, out of curiosity, this is, the boat for the flying koi performers,
Yes,
right?
yes, this is, are you with the flying koi performers? Or are you just interested in...
I was just curious, do you know where they're headed next?
Oh, yes, they're headed straight to Ba Sing Se. to meet with some visitors.
Ah, yes. That's impressive. Oh, nice.
I try to sneak in.
You want to roll?
He looks over and I'm like,
You're like,
when?
you're like, bro.
Like, I get getting on it was my plan, but like...
Let's see. Let's have you roll. This is going to be probably
Try to sneak up.
maneuver. So let's have you roll with. You can either do focus or you can roll with harmony. I'll say.
Harmony's my good stat, so I'll go with that one.
Cool.
All right, that is. Oh, that one of them's really good. One of them's really bad.
Oh,
So
what is it?
mad.
All right, so that is 9 total.
A 9? Okay.
Pretty
Not
decent.
horrible.
That's actually pretty
Yeah.
decent. I mean, like...
I rolled a
you're
6 and a
+2.
1.
Yeah.
You
7's pretty average, which
yeah.
even, like, is pretty good overall.
you sneak past the guy
9
that is
total.
being distracted by
Aiko.
yeah,
Right.
by Aiko. Yeah, the guy is distracted, so you are managed to sneak in, but you're by yourself.
Well,
I
what-
start to. Do
what
I
now?
wait? Do I have my snow tiger with me?
Yes, you
Sure,
can.
why not?
You still have them. They're like
I have
they're like
still
on your
Tai Lung.
yeah. Tai Lung's on your
So-
shoulders. But what else do you say to this man?
Where was I in the conversation? I was just briefly asked. You mentioned they went to Bugsy, saying, "Okay, yeah." Yeah. Do you know if they're recruiting right now, or if there's?
Oh well, we can see. Yeah, let's. I can ask them. I know that the ringmaster Pang, he's already aboard, but I can ask. I'm just kind of the guy who like.
Yeah.
knows stuff,
No,
you
but
know.
like you're the first person I saw, so I figured I'd
Exactly.
just start there.
I understand. Yes, exactly. Here, let me go and ask real quick.
Do you want me to like keep an eye on the crates or anything?
No need. I can. And he kind of like whistles. And you see this like young Earth Kingdom looking
Fellow?
fellow, yeah, kind of runs over, and they're like, "Hi, hey, would you be able to go and get Pang real quick? This kid's just wondering if he has an opening." The kid kind of looks at you and is just like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, I mean, I based on my outfit, I think I dressed for this.
Yeah,
job.
right. He kind of looks you up and down. Actually, I'm gonna roll harmony for me to see if this guy is gonna be like ooh,
That-
a 6 and
That ain't.
a 5. Yeah, he's like,
That's a 10. But
like, okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, let me go ask, and he like walks away to go and ask. Omo is like looking around. Okay, he saw you load the ship, but he's like,
strangle.
like he's like, like,
Is he like that towards me?
Yeah, because he's like, what? You're like, you wave at him. I was like, stop. I was like, I was like, oh my god, forget it. Just trying to be like, wait, no, stop. And then this child just goes on the ship, and he's like, so you sneak past the main like informant guy, but then you just jump up there. All right. And what do you do when you're on this ship?
Can
You
I
just
get a
hide somewhere?
creativity check to see if I can tell what Omo is saying to me?
Yeah.
Can I take it with disadvantage?
Yes. Roll twice.
I'll take it with focus. Alright, so that first one, it's
7.
7 minus 1, that's 6.
6.
And then 8. I cannot
So
tell.
6.
So
So,
six.
you're just like, you
Yeah.
just think he's like, good job, kid.
Yeah.
Good job, sport. That's literally what you think he says.
I get it.
Miscommunication at its finest.
Right, exactly. But yeah, and later on, you see this other guy come down, and he's got a big top hat on with like it's got like a goldfish fin instead of feathers. It's not real, but like it's got like paper mache. And he looks very like extravagant, like very.
Nice hat.
Yeah. And he's like, hi, my fellow. Now, I heard you wanted to join us.
Yes, I was curious if there might be an opening in your grand
Well.
circus. I assume this is yours?
Yes, I am Ringmaster Pang. I am the leader of the Flying Koi Carnival. This is my son, Henri. He is, one of the
family circus. How nice.
Exactly. He is one of the performers here. He's my son, but we're not just restricted to family.
No, I get it.
Of
It's
course.
nice that thing.
Yeah, and roll harmony for me to see if you're kind of vibing with this guy. All right, that is.
You are not vibing.
That is a 2. The guy's like, fortunately, we are a little bit closed.
Your vibes are rancid.
We are closed for openings right now. I appreciate the hustle though, but we just can't take any. It's a lot of paperwork, especially while we're getting ready to leave. You understand, though, my boy. I'm sure.
You see me sneaking in the background.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We'll get to you soon.
Yes, fair enough. Figured I'd check.
Of course. But I appreciate the hustle, and who knows, maybe when we're back here, if you have something to show us, then we might be interested.
Yes. I'm like, yes, pull out a big heart, and I'm like, yes, in case you ever fight me again.
And he takes that, and he...
Please note, this is for Archimedes Wong.
Archimedes,
Great mad scientist.
He's like, Archimedes. Right, thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate your hustle, boy. And he
I
starts
love how
walking away.
Archimedes is gonna be.
Real quick.
I love how Archimedes is gonna be a recurring thing.
Right.
Yeah. Please note, this is not a recurring thing. This is who I think I am. That's a focus, right? Okay, 7.
7, cool.
Sorry,
This is a low roll, don't worry.
Yeah, no, it's just my brain trying to remember which one of my 4 stats
you
is
see
bad.
this man walking into the ship, he immediately throws your card away. And he immediately starts loading the ship. Nikeo kind of
bad news.
Not Nikeo, sorry. That's
Bad
your father.
news.
Norok kind of comes over and he's like,
Bad news.
Yeah, that could have gone better.
You saw Miki, right?
Almost like, yes, I saw that. Almost like, all right, well.
But good news, it is going to Ba Sing Se. We're just gonna have to find Miki later.
He's like, yes, I guess so. I guess they leave us no choice.
We switched roles.
He's like, you know what we're going to do? Omo kind of like...
Don't worry, you'll learn from the best.
He's like, would you be able to steal either an emblem or some kind of covering for the Norok's animal?
What?
For their yak.
Oh, the yak. What, were there already? I mean...
He's like, if we can disguise their yak as a circus animal, we can just walk in.
I see.
He's like, that's just what I'm thinking. And Norok's like,
Okay, so, just to clarify, that gets you yakking, but what about you guys? That sounds like...
Almost like, we will sneak on. We will... And if anybody gives us trouble, we give them hell.
I like him.
No, it's like, or we could just ask them nicely instead of being like, join the circus. We could just be like, hey, we lost our tickets. He's like,
you're not getting on that ship with that level of confidence.
No one was like,
neither of you.
He's like, well, what do you suggest?
Okay, it's not a bad plan in concept.
The child's already made it on.
Yeah.
You are also a child. Why am I asking you for advice? I am taking care of you. What am I doing? Oh, it has a breakdown.
Okay, that gives me time.
No, it's like,
Alright, alright. Frick. Trying to remember anything from biology class.
Right.
Like, what do animals look like?
Meanwhile, Miki,
yeah,
you are on the ship. What do you choose to do? You're just kind of in with the...
Gonna play a full hour of The Last Avatar and
Yeah,
Korra make music.
Alright, now
do you
what?
think Muted would shut me down for that?
Nah. It's in the background enough. Alright.
It goes with the Avatar theme.
Yeah.
Alright. but what do you do?
Mickey, you're on the ship. Now what?
All right,
What do you do? You have barrels around you, a bunch of crates.
all right. Going in a barrel didn't work well last time.
You blame from
So a crate.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Crates are different from barrels, right?
I'm gonna sneak in a crate near wherever the animals are.
Okay. You kind of go in there and you just wait it out, or do you
Just gonna...
like Tai Lung kind of like looks at you and is like purring, but is a little anxious about this plan. Seems to be.
Don't worry. I'm sure you'll get along with all the other animals here.
Your owl. Your
Oh,
owl
owl
leopard
leopard?
just like, but starts kneading on your shoulder with their big claws.
Yeah, I'm like,
like
ow,
big toes.
ow. I love you, big guy.
Ow,
I
ow,
love you.
I love you too, pal.
ow, ow.
Ow,
In
ow,
that just
ow.
a cat way.
Yeah, it's like
All right.
just that asshole cat mentality.
Right, exactly. All right. But you roll either harmony or focus for me.
Harmony.
Harmony.
Oh, that's not good. That is 5 plus 2. That's 7 plus 2. 9.
9. Okay. Not actually that bad. You go into a crate and you kind of hide out for a bit. Some of the animals are kind of like a little nervous about your leopard specifically. So Tai Lung is a little like they're both like, and you hear some footsteps though, kind of coming
just out of
towards you.
curiosity, what animal are we doing with? Because like,
There's a few in there. There is.
so there's a couple.
Yep. There is mostly like animals in bars. So like there is a lion, a lion bear.
Oh my gosh!
Mhm.
Lion bear, oh my!
Right, exactly. There's a lion bear. There's a tiger bear.
They seem to have a theme.
And then there's a platypus bear.
They seem to have a theme.
Mhm. Exactly.
Oh, we're
that was
we're
just
in
for one
danger.
act.
I mean, yeah,
And
probably.
then,
I'm in danger of the. I'm
right?
scared of the
They're
platypus
all
bear.
in the back though. They're not like super close to your.
I'm in the back. Oh no!
No, those three are in the back.
You're
but
also in the back in a separate crate.
Right. The crate you went into, it is probably closer to the elephant koi.
Elephant koi. Are they the size of elephants or koi?
It is the size of an elephant, but it is kind of a mixture between a koi fish and an elephant. It's got a trunk, and ears, and then it's got the eyes of a goldfish, and it's got the colors and scales of goldfish as well, with some fins kind of like flailing from it. It looks a little dehydrated actually, because it's in like another cage, but yeah.
Do I have any water I could give it? Oh, you know, actually, I
You
give him
do.
some of my water
You
bending water.
You are water.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, right. Yeah, okay. You want to give it your water? Roll harmony with advantage for me.
Oh, there's one. All right, so that's all right. That first roll is 9.
9,
That second roll is 10.
10. All right. You give it some water, and it kind of goes, and it like kind of really cheerfully, and it kind of reaches its trunk out and to kind of like grabs at you, but not like grabbing you completely. It just kind of like grabs at like your hair and your clothes and like your sleeve.
I pet the trunk.
And then you hear a voice like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And it's a woman's voice.
And she like tenses up like I immediately hide inside the hay.
And she's like, wait, hello? Who are you? And it's a woman. And she...
The nice one, apparently.
Right, yeah, she's like, are you supposed to be back here? And she looks like a performer. She looks like she, is like a trapezist of some kind. Like, she's not in her full getup, but she,
She's like...
definitely has her hair
she's got like her hair done.
Yeah, has her hair done. She looks like she had her makeup on a
Oh,
while
okay,
ago.
so it's like she was in a performance and then like
yeah, she's
kinda
been
met
off
it.
for a few hours, like
Yeah.
But she's like, hey, what are you doing? She's got like a hoodie on. No, she's like, what are you doing here? Are you lost? Like, and roll harmony for me if you would be so kind.
You kind of chest the vibe check.
Oh no,
That's 2-1.
that's a 7.
Oh, never mind. Okay, that's a 7. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought you would.
Not nearly
What do you
as
say
bad
to
as
her?
it.
Kind of.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Just starts crying.
She's like, okay,
Congrats, you didn't fail the vibe check.
don't cry.
Unfortunately, I did.
My name's Rose. Are you...
I love how my crying just works in my benefits.
Right? She's like, are you okay? It's nice to meet you. Let's start with that. I can tell that you're in a lot of stress. Are you hurt? Like...
No, I'm not hurt, but I thought
Not
I need to
only
make it to Bossing Say.
Okay. Do you want... Oh, let's go talk to... let me go talk to the Ringmaster Pang. Here, come with me, okay? I won't hurt you, I promise.
I hold my leopard like a
big teddy bear.
Like I hold him like like the cat going like you know
you hold the little arms out.
Yeah.
Wings
All right,
out.
she kind of offers her hand, but she doesn't make you take it.
I accept it.
All right, she takes you by the hand and kind of leads you up the stairs. All right, back to Omo and Norok and Archimedes.
I think it's just gonna be a character trait that I sneak onto things that I shouldn't.
Just leave, and everyone's like, "Bitch, get back here!" No. But yeah,
This is just gonna be my character trait now.
Alright.
And then I cry when I get caught
bruh.
because I have no plan.
All right, you guys.
Alright.
You guys come up with any plans?
Alright. Let's try to get the yak part sorted.
Mhm.
Since
All right.
that could work.
You guys want to roll creativity? I'll have Nora.
Yeah, I can roll creativity. I don't know what the frick I'm supposed to find
Right.
to disguise this, but I'm sure something will work. 10.
10? Alright. You got a 5. And then we got a 4 over here. So you manage to kind of, you don't, like, get an actual, like
an amazing costume or anything.
yeah,
That'd be
but you,
asking too much.
you, like, instead of stealing one of their garments, you copy it onto a piece of cloth. Just like their flag symbol.
Oh, I see. Got it.
You kind of paint it onto the card.
Yeah, so we get like a little flag symbol. We just like toss that over the yak and we're like, yep, this is a circus animal now.
Yeah, and you kind of start making your way over. Do you hide in the cart or?
Nope. Okay, so because of my so I've already talked to the circus ringleaders, and me getting on that boat's not a good plan in any capacity anymore. Especially since I'm like, hey, yo, can I join?
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, sorry.
No, fuck you. Yeah.
So at this point, I think the plan for me is I have to get on the fishing boat now.
Okay.
Just because circus boat can be an option, it's just more risky than it's worth, I think.
Okay, cool.
But we are disguising the yak, and ideally we need to get Norik onto the boat if possible. Mostly just because we have some leeway.
Norik's like, I will be able to get on that boat.
So we can send Obo as well, but I kind of
like, I'm not letting you out of my sight.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of
not
got that.
happening.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think we're still 10 coppers short though.
But with
Alright, but the basic problem here is
almost like
Obo needs to act like he belongs in the circus already.
Yeah.
That is the only way this works.
Almost like Norok's a clown already. He'll be able to be a kid. Norok's like, okay, first of all, hurtful.
Damn.
No one can take it almost. Insult. Norok's like, I will be able to blend in. Still hurtful comment though. Omo is like, okay, if you and I will be able to afford our tickets onto a fishing.
We're a little short, I think, but we'll fix that.
He's like, we can convince them, I'm sure. You're like,
yes, that's exactly.
You're like, oh.
Yes, that's exactly my plan.
All right. Norok's like, okay, I'm gonna try to sneak onto the ship. All right, are you ready?
Immediately facepalms.
He's like, I'm gonna try to make it onto the koi performer ship without being noticed, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
I like how the problem is I have given him the task of having self-confidence to one person that doesn't have it.
It's like, Momo's like, you will be fine. He slaps him on the back, and Norok's like, ow.
I'm like, you got this.
You're like, believe.
You better look, the concept behind this is you better believe in yourself because I sure ain't.
also got that vibe, but he's like, he refused to say anything else to avoid Norok from crying. And Norok's like, okay, Norok, you got this. He kind of gives himself a little pep talk before going up. I'm gonna roll his focus. It's not bad.
Alright.
Okay,
Alright, he didn't completely fuck it up in the first
right?
5 seconds. That's
Almost
great.
like he's gotten farther than I thought he would. And he, like, disappears into the... He like, starts...
He's on the ship.
And he's like, yep, he starts leading his yak onto the ship. And they go on. And you see the guy with the clipboard come around again and start marking things. And he kind of looks around and he, like...
Still just kind of, like, chilling out nearby.
Yep. And they're almost like, all right, we've done all that we can do. Let's go on to our ship. And he starts walking.
How much time do we still have? We still have, like, an hour or so?
An hour, yes.
Okay. Alright, we'll keep the shell game for later.
Mm-hmm.
For now. We'll at least just see if we can get on board.
And back with Miki. You are walking with Rose, and
Yeah, right, Rose.
she's going upstairs, and she's like, so, you need to get the bossing say to... I'm guessing you filled her in.
I filled her in,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's like, to make it to the North Pole. That's so tragic, sweetheart. You're really brave for doing this. Like...
Thank you.
Yes. The more we encourage a life of crime, the better.
And she starts walking, and she's like, well, I don't know if... I just don't know if Ringmaster Peng would allow you to stow away on our ship, you know? It's kind of...
He doesn't need to know.
It's very true, but... I would just feel bad to... You know, like... I can't hide you here. It's...
She's like, hey, boss, this is my long lost...
Right? It's like, hey, yeah. It's totally fine. And along comes, you kind of hear some footsteps. Do you want to roll Harmony for me one more time? Just to see.
Okay, that is an 8.
8? Okay. Rose is like, do you choose to do anything?
I try to hide.
Hide immediately? Okay.
What are you hiding behind? A box? A crate? Her?
Yes.
Yes. You choose to hide behind Rose, and she doesn't help you, but she doesn't.
I hide behind my leopard now.
Tai Lung's in front of me like this. But you didn't roll.
I'm like
terrible,
hiding.
so she doesn't call you out on it. And across comes the same young looking guy from before.
Oh yeah,
Peng's son.
The son. Yeah.
He's Rose, what are you doing? Like, and Rose is like, oh hey, sorry, I got caught up taking care of the elephant koi. Hey, he's looking a little dehydrated. I gave him some water, but could you go check on that real quick? And then Malo, Malo is like, sure, okay. You can't just keep like wandering off. Like he needs to know where you are, okay? And I was like, yeah, sure, okay. And Malo starts walking by. He's like,
Rip.
hey, who's that? Who's the kid? And Rose is like, starts sweating, and she's like, well, this is Miki.
Hi.
They have they need a ride. And Malo's like, oh my god, okay.
That's the second
So
one.
there's already been like a whole situation where a guy wanted to join our ranks. You know why that can't work. And Rose's like, yeah, but I mean it's just a boat ride. Like, come on, it's not that big of a deal. And he's like, it is.
Frustration.
He's like, and if you want to try to convince Malo, I'll let you roll.
All right, let's see how badly I do it.
Smooth talking.
Oh, one of those is a 1, one of those is a 5. Let's see, that's +2, so that's
Pretty
8.
decent.
Yeah, not bad.
Why are you getting so panicked when you have pretty
You're
decent...
The
Yeah,
first,
so
yeah, I have good stats. I just see the 1, and
yeah. Panic.
I'm like, what's the other one
Malo's
say?
like,
I'm giving him baby cute eyes basically, and saying,
I was like, why is they staring at me like that?
It's like the Puss in Boots stare.
He's like,
I'm like saying,
it's just like, look at this face. She like picks you up.
it's like that in SpongeBob meme.
Look at them. Look at them. And then Ma was like, I'm not looking at them.
Tai Wong
Ma was
also
like,
gives the face.
right, they're doing like the little
Taiwan's doing the
eating
face, but better.
Yeah. Ma was like,
It's
like-
please, people are chasing after me.
This is Rose's problem now, is what I'm getting.
Ma was like, I am going to pretend I didn't see them. I can tell you right now, my father's not gonna let this slide. They're gonna kick him out immediately, unless we're on the water. then they can reveal themselves.
I can hide.
Exactly.
Exactly. Get back in the bed.
He's like, so. He's like, you should take her back downstairs, okay? And Rose's like, thank you, Mama. You're awesome. And then I was like, yeah, whatever.
Why do they have to keep tabs on where you are?
Rose is like, oh, like, I'm the daughter of someone important. He's one of the sponsors for them, and the only reason why it's a long story. Rose was kind of like,
it's a real shame I haven't met this person, because they're looking really interesting.
right? She's like, it's just a long story. And she kind of like leaves it at that.
It sounds hard.
She's like, it is. It really is. Well, here, let's get you downstairs and get you maybe a bite to eat.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. And she starts walking back down the stairs.
I feel bad that I'm not contributing with any dialogue. I just contribute by crying.
You're good.
Yeah, it's fine. You're emotional.
It's a lot of...
You don't need to speak.
Exactly. And you go to the fisherman boat.
Yep, we're getting the fisherman boat and seeing if 40 copper's enough.
He's like, the guy who's like standing there, he looks pretty intense. Like, he looks like he is been on the water, but that doesn't look like his
He looks like he would punch a puppy.
Honestly, no. And he's like,
well, almost. This is almost.
He's like, this, and he starts counting the coins that you have provided, and he's like, okay, is this all there is?
Yeah, it should be 50, right?
Should be. They've recently,
Wait, I just realized 10 of those are with me, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yep, that's why it's 40. That's why it's...
He's like, yes, it should be 50, so why isn't it? And
isn't?
Omo is like, he's like, if you know what is good for you, you will let us on board, and there will be no problems. You're like, I'm going to roll.
Just, like, I'm seeing if this works first before we're chiming in, because...
Here, you want to roll, you can either roll harmony or creativity.
What?
Actually,
No, I don't want to be involved!
You gotta roll creativity.
What? I don't want to be involved! This is Obo's problem!
First to lie, like the first part, like when you're like,
the first...
Roll creativity.
It's 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah, look, it needs to be at least sort of believable.
He does recount it, and he's like, it is not. He's like, are you trying to make me a fool? And then almost like, if you do want us to become a problem, you will let us on board.
Okay, maybe not.
The guy kind of like thinks about it for a second before stepping aside. He rolled pretty bad, and then Omo got a 4 and a 5. Omo was like, "That's what I thought," and then he like walks right on board.
I'm like, I honestly can't believe that worked.
you're like, bro. And then Omo kind of makes a seat. There are a few other people who. There are a few other people on the board of the fishing boats, but they look like they are mostly,
just
they're not like merchants or.
We took the poor boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially, it's very different vibe from what.
Which is kind of sad, given the other's a circus.
Right? Yeah. It's very different. It's a lot more cramped in here, a lot less Like, it's not a huge fishing boat. Like, it's
But
clear.
hey, at least I can be happy knowing I'm the only one with cash.
Right? And almost like, yeah, be comfortable. You see,
It's like, it's just like 5 like coins of Fire Nation money, but like,
right.
but it's more than anyone else.
Yeah. And you see one guy. He kind of looks like he has kind of he looks like a merchant, whereas everyone else doesn't. He's got like a big basket full of cabbages on his back.
Oh, it begins.
It begins.
He's got like a kind of a bit of like a bit of a goatee kind of thing going on, but he's got his giant bag. You realize you guys haven't eaten today as well.
Damn. We be broke.
Almost like, welcome to the world. And he's like, is there anything that you kind of try to talk with him about, or Omo being completely silent?
Just going like, alright.
You won't play I Spy? No.
So, now what?
Omo's like, no, we wait.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we
right.
hope.
How long is the trip again?
It's a bit of a
Yeah, because this is a little more than just...
yes. It's a day or two to travel. It's like depending on the weather.
Does the boat come with food accommodations or no?
No, not this one, unless. And someone kind of pipes up behind you, and he's like, "Well, for the crew, maybe." And you see kind of like this young-looking. He looks like he's from. He doesn't look like he's from a specific nation. You could kind of guess Earth Nation clothes, but it kind of looks like he has an Earth Nation tunic and then Water Tribe pants, like kind of a mishmash. He's kind of like got his arms crossed. He's got like a bow slung over his shoulder. He's kind of like a weapons user. He's like, yeah, well, the crew gets food. Actually, they have enough for months of travel, just in case the weather gets rough, but not for us, because we're the bottom rung and can hardly afford a trip rather than, if even, food. He's like, how are you?
You might have some issues, pal.
And he's like,
I think, is this going to go like the anime?
he's like, my name's Easel. Nice to meet you.
Wait, what?
Easel.
Oh,
My name. What's your name?
sorry. Am I hearing it right? Is his name Alt or like Old?
Easel.
Easel. Because I'm hearing Old.
The old.
I don't know how I'm getting
His
there.
name's Easel.
Okay, his name's Easel. Great.
His name's Weasel.
Eizale.
Yeah, he's a painting.
Easel.
Well,
Right.
not really. He's what holds paintings up.
He's like, nice to meet you.
Archimedes here.
Archimedes. Nice to meet
Bunk!
you. Almost like looking at you like, don't make conversation. He's like, I mean, we could. He's like, if everyone's hungry, I mean, we could share the wealth. We can get them to, you know.
I'm getting a little confused. Are you part of the crew or not?
I'm not. He's
Okay,
like,
great.
He's like, I'm just a passenger.
Great, because it really comes off as really... Trying not to swear in front of my bodyguard.
Almost like giving you the side eye, like, you've heard Omo
A
curse.
move? It's just like a move. If you work...
He's just like, fine, you can go to sleep hungry.
No. Sorry. I didn't mean it that way. Like, you're not part of the crew. That's a good thing.
He's like, that's what I thought. He's like, yeah. And with that, you guys kind of feel the ship moving and are on
we're
your
leaving.
way. Yeah, are on
That
your
took a
way.
little while.
Yeah, right. And you guys are both on your way on different ships.
We split the party already.
Yeah, it didn't
Miki,
take long.
You go back to the bottom of the
The circus.
with the circus animals. And you're kind of being kept there. Rose has gone back up above decks because it'll be suspicious if she's not. But you hear, hey, kid.
I perch up like a small kitten.
You peek up out of the box. It's Nikeo. Nikeo's like, oh my gosh, I found you. Oh my gosh, okay. Hi, I made it on board too. We both made it. Yay, water tribe!
What a tribe!
Water tribe. I've got my yak over there. I've kind of we have an ensemble. I don't know how long it will last until someone notices. But
Hey, I did a good job.
and he's like, yeah, but they might an extra animal might give some questions, you know.
My animal's not causing any suspicion.
Yeah, but you don't have a giant yak with a cart.
Does it fly in the air?
He's like, he wishes. He's a flying yak. He's got the little chicken wings forever.
Oh, yeah.
On his back. He's like, yeah, I wish. Oh, we both wish, but that's okay. Like, Bessie's trying her best. Her name's Bessie, by the way.
Very. I like her.
Thank you. I wanted to talk with you, though, about those powers of yours and those weird things happening.
A lot of weird things happens with me, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to test something, okay?
Is this gonna hurt?
No.
This feels
No.
like-
He's like, no. I just wanted to ask some questions. Well, not less of questions, more of a test. And he kind of like reaches into his bag and takes out a little bit of earth. But it's looks like little marbles, but made out of rock. And then he also takes out a little, it looks like one of those Sky Dancers toys that
Her
fly.
eyes light up.
Fly. So he's got marbles, a Sky Dancer toy, and he's got another one that's like a little unlit paper mache like lamp.
They didn't throw
That clearly
everything
got from before.
Oh no, he's complaining about. We didn't throw everything out.
Right? This is stuff on his person. And then the last one, he's like, can I see your water pouch as well?
I kind of used some of the water already.
That's fine. Do you have a little bit in there last?
Do
Or-
I?
No. Or did you? I don't know. Did
How
you?
much did you use?
I used some. I'd say maybe not all, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, because like you did one water usage. I don't know if it was
Like
all-
half of it I used.
Yeah, he's like, that'll be fine. I just want you to, I guess, try and use. I know you made fire, so could you try to light this paper lantern? Because how it works is there's a little
Yeah,
ring
there's, like,
in the
little-
center.
There's like a little candle and it's just like a
Yeah,
sound
he's
that
like, can you try to
so-
light that for me again? I just want to see if this will work or if I'm being crazy.
I try to see if I can light the paper lantern on.
Roll
Just to be-
focus.
What
Just
focus?
again,
Oh,
like-
this is my good stat.
You can roll like harmony or something else if you would like.
Oh, harmony
want?
is +2.
Okay, roll harmony. Allow it.
Oh, that's bad rolls. That's a 1 and a 2. That's a
Total?
so that's a total of
For 5.
5. Yeah.
You try to light this.
I burned
And
down the
doesn't-
boat.
It doesn't light. Like it doesn't.
That's probably better.
You're like, yeah. If it was
Look,
like a
look.
nat one, it was 2 nat ones, then you would have like burned an animal or something. So
No,
What
no.
I was-
What happened?
no. What I was thinking was like you don't just light the paper lantern; you set the whole
So
thing
the whole
on
thing
fire.
on fire, burning. The whole ship goes down.
And then there was one PC.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're trying to light this, and you're just focusing really hard, and it just doesn't light. And you're like, he's like, I'm not a firebender. Omo might have better advice about this, but I don't. So
Okay,
he's
doesn't
like,
have advice.
that's all right. Do you want to try doing a different element?
I'm gonna try Earth
Okay.
because fire is like the hardest for waterbenders.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Roll harmony again.
All right, I'm gonna try. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try the Sky Dancer one
Okay.
first
Try some air.
because that she likes the pretty toy. All right, that is harmony, right?
It
That is a 10.
Way better. You kind of. How do you do this?
All right, so what? So I'm kind of like
You try to blow.
I try to blow, and I just like I blow into my hands, like, and then I just like
try to let it go. You actually feel it resonate with you at first, and it feels all. Air is the element right next to water, so it's pretty natural that you actually feel something, And as you blow, you feel your lungs fill a little wider. You feel just a little bit more of a connection, and the little dancing toy goes way in the air, and then it just starts gently floating down. And he's like, "That's amazing! Oh my goodness! Oh wait, shh, we gotta be quiet." He's like,
Let me see if I can do anything with the rocks.
Yes. Nikao's also like scribbling kind of madly into like a little notebook of his.
Casually looks over at that. When is something gonna go wrong?
All right, let's see what the earth. I'm gonna see if I can earth bend. All right, that is okay. That is one good, one bad. Let's see.
Mid.
That's an 8 total for harmony.
Okay. You try and like make it move. It like. And he's like, I can't tell if that was the ship or you.
I think it was the ship.
That might have been the ship. He's like, good try though, okay. Like,
We'll get
two
there.
elements ain't bad. Like, oh my.
That's impressive.
It's amazing for one person to have one power. And you have
So far, two.
so far two. Actually 3 if you had the fire earlier. That was crazy.
But like 2 that
Yeah.
you can confirm.
Yeah. 2 confirmable. He's like, that is amazing. And unheard of in like 1,000 of years. There's like legends of that being a thing, but I didn't believe it. Unless I saw it with my own eyes like I have now. I don't know. You're just, it's incredible, kid. Like, and meanwhile, while this is all happening, you kind of feel a little, like, while the air, Miki kind of, like, connects with that air, you kind of feel like your lungs fill a little more, and you start coughing.
What?
And almost like, stop it. You're like, I just coughed.
I coughed, dude. It's smoke. You see how the smoke's coming out of the...
I was like,
Just
Easel is kind of like comes over. He's like, "Hey, do you wanna leave for a bit?"
This time?
I was like,
My lungs feel.
Wait, you know what? No, screw you. You're getting mad at me for coughing.
I was like, I don't know. Everything's pissing me off. Everything has pissed me off so far. You especially. You're
How
like,
is any of this my fault?
he's like, it's not. It's
Exactly.
So my lungs fill
See you in
up
a
with
bit.
air.
Temporarily, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was just like you felt the air when you went to breathe out. It just filled a little more, and you felt the flow of it.
You know,
A lot better.
if
Connected.
if you had asthma for your entire life, you just suddenly didn't have asthma for
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Yeah, you suddenly breathed right for the first time in your
I
life.
feel oh
But
good.
we're not there yet.
Okay.
We're going.
Go back into the pause zone.
Back
Alright.
into the animal hay bale.
Right, back to your allergies. But Easel's like, hey, you ready to, I don't know, get a little bit of food?
Just making sure no one else is overhearing, like,
Yeah,
briefly.
no one, everyone's like,
I mean, it's close enough. It's just like,
yeah,
whispering.
no
in
one
the corner.
cares. Like, everyone, actually, and you kind of look around.
There's
and-
one person that cares.
No, everyone looks really exhausted. Like, this is definitely the less luxury boarding ship, but everyone looks A, exhausted, B, malnourished, or C, kind of sick. Like, honestly, like, they're not treated well. Or haven't been, and they're trying to get away. Almo's a little...
Like I said, there's one person.
Yeah,
that's...
Omo is like, ugh. Like, he has come from some prestige with bodyguarding, and he's definitely not happy about being
I mean,
here.
yeah, you can tell he's not happy about the food situation either. But
Yeah, no, but no. If everyone hearing that you're stealing food, they're kind of like,
not my problem.
not my problem. Do it. Like, bet. And Easel's like, come on. And
Alright, like, I'm following him for
okay,
now.
cool. You guys go and are kind of like sneaking above deck, kind of like peering through. And Easel's like, okay, so they keep their food in the, like, not in the captain's quarters, but behind it in a storage shed. It's they're not a shed, it's a storage room.
So we got the cabin quarters with the storage
know.
room below it.
I know
I
which
guess
episode
they-
you're referencing with this
You
shenanigans.
got it. He's like, yeah, so we just have to make our way either. We can go above deck and we can either drop down into the storage shed or storage unit, or we can sneak past the guards and go in through the door. He's like, what say you?
Alright, so we've got guards at the front of the door, we've got an entrance above. Is that in the captain's quarters or just kind of near it?
It's just near it.
I think...
He's like,
Not
sneak
doing-
by the captain or the guard or the other sailors.
Alright, quick thing before we progress. You feel like you're better at talking your way out of a situation, or...
He's like, I've got a decent handle on things if you don't want to talk.
Just making sure we know which one of us should do it if that happens.
He's like, alright, done.
Alright, we'll keep that your job. My job's to get food while that's going on.
He's like, cool.
If it comes to it.
I'll distract him.
So, well, the ideal plan is no one sees us.
Yes,
but
exactly. He's like,
but
that's,
both of
that's
us-
the dream.
both of us know well enough that's not likely to happen.
He's just like, that's the dream.
Alright,
Want to roll
sneaking.
some creativity, or you can either do creativity or
creativity, really.
Oh.
Works. That is not on the... Also not counting. And yep, that gets worse. I'm like, I re-roll it because it landed on the bed. I'm like, it's not on the plate, so
Is it right?
it's worse.
What'd you roll?
6 total.
6 total? Okay. Yeah, he also rolled a 6, but he adds, because don't you add, oh, it's a 6 total. Okay.
Yeah, I added
Right.
1.
Oh yeah,
I added my bonus already.
he added a 1, so he's at a 7. So it is very average.
We're hungry,
So
alright?
Yeah,
Can
you
you blame us?
You guys start sneaking kind of through, and you're crouched pretty low, and one of the sailors is like, they're kind of playing cards, you can see, with each other. He's like, read them and weep, boys.
Under the table.
Right? Yeah. And you guys are sneaking by. One of them kind of, I'm gonna roll a contested roll to see if they notice.
Well, this ain't going well.
One of them immediately spots you guys. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Aren't you supposed to be below deck?" Easel.
Oh yeah. He's the one that's supposed to take the initiative. So yeah.
Easel's like, "Hey, oh my god, I just had a question for you guys. You see, my father was a sailor, and I just wanted to know if you guys had any stories. A long time ago, I lost my father on a fishing trip, and I was just wondering if there was any stories that you had
If I
that."
had time, I'd be taking notes for later.
And... Oh god. Drop those. These guys fully believe him.
Like I
they
said,
seem pretty invested. They're like listening. They probably don't believe him, but they
it doesn't matter.
definitely are entertained kind of by him. Do you want to try to sneak away?
Yep, that's the plan.
Oh, that didn't go well.
To be fair, one of them rolled 2 1s, and the other one rolled a 1 and a 2. So
Somehow it's working.
yeah, exactly. You like almost trip
Like,
with
I
it.
legitimately trip over something.
He's like,
I'm like,
Hazel's like he's like, yeah. So I was just wondering, like,
And he stops for effect when you
no, I
trip.
just like look at him with like a look of bewilderment, like, how am I not? God.
all right, you go into the storage.
Yep.
All right, and there is a bunch of barrels of food, and they are pretty well off. Like, they have like roasted turkey duck and like dried meats, dried hippo pig, and just different things.
Look, I know I can't take the good stuff because they'll know if we took the good stuff.
It's true. Like, what do you do?
We're taking a fair amount of like anything that looks as good as I can get without like it being
Yeah,
like
like,
the
take it-
immediate like turkey dinner on the
Right?
table.
Like, take it from the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you know, like
kinda.
take from the bottom of the barrel, skip it, maybe like toss a big piece of wood so it
Yeah.
looks like it's fine.
Yeah, you kind of like wap them up in
Like a little bag or
A
whatever.
little
I
bag.
got it.
In your bag. Like, you
Oh
kinda
yeah, just
stuff
stuff
it.
in my bag. I have a
Yeah,
bag.
you gotta like put it in your duffel bag, and you
Yeah.
get some, like just some dried jerky meat and like fish, dried fish. There's like some dried fruit as well as, Like there's like a few cans in the back of like pickled stuff and just like a few basic necessities.
Yeah.
Do you just take enough for yourself and Omo?
Dinner's almost ready. Cool. We're almost there. I know you're hungry.
Cool.
Okay, bare minimum, I also have to cover Easel.
Okay, you take enough for you.
How much is it with like that much? But the three of us right now.
The three of us. You'll probably just need like 1 or 2 meals, portions. For each of you.
I mean,
Or do
like,
you just take 1 portion for each of you? Because it looks like the amount of portions they have here. Like the crew is like of like 7 people.
Okay, so it's like 7 people.
But they have like enough for like 12. Like double it.
I think what I'm gonna do is try and get like a portion for the main ones I'm trying to fend for and grab a little extra if I can.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, you totally
partially,
can grab it.
It's just more of a, like, it was kind of like checking like weight looks and whatnot.
Yeah. Do you want to roll creativity to like try and like see how well you could
Well, look,
hide
the
it?
point is, once it's past like easily hidden, it's not happening.
Yeah, for sure. Roll.
That's a 5, I think.
A 5? Okay. You can only take enough for like you, Easel, and Omo.
Oh, that's right. I left the stuff in here.
In order
Really
to,
shouldn't have.
right? You can only take your guys' stuff. In order to like not be not be noticed.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying.
But,
that's kind of what I was saying, but also like really should have emptied the bag before.
Right? Yeah. You can only take your guys' stuff. You could totally take more, but then
It's
people
at the
would
point
notice.
of like I'm like
You're
carrying.
yeah. People would notice, but it's less that they would notice it on your person. They would just notice it missing.
Ah, got it. Yeah, I really can't figure anything else out here. I've already spent a little while.
You could totally just like be like, yeah, they'll be missing stuff. But it's up to you.
Can I pin it on someone if I do that? Okay.
The thing is, how will they point it down to you?
Well, the point is, if they keep going, eventually they'll probably find some trace. But if I can pin it on, like, I don't know, one of the crewmates or something,
Right.
then it's not my problem.
Yeah, there you go.
But that requires me. Okay, so anyways, as far as I've been on here, like the only 2 I've seen, like for brief periods of time, like more than just like quick glance, are the 2 at the card table. Do I know? Is there anything I know about either of those 2 that might help here? Like,
roll.
because
focus.
mainly from the poker game, it's probably the best thing I can know about, since that'll be 9.
Oh, okay. You don't know anything about these guys, but
There was the poker game.
Yes, there was the poker game. These guys seem to be pretty lazy. Like they don't like seem to care too much about their job, but like not like they had enough time to like play poker, and it's like just launched the ship.
Yeah.
They're kind of layabouts a little more, just kind of like getting by, just doing this for the extra coin. One of them
Works for me.
All
Right, works for me once they start interrogating. You'll be like, fuck off.
Right?
You're cheating your own crew?
Right, there you go.
Alright.
How much do you take?
Just a little bit, actually. I'm not pushing it too much.
Alright, cool. Well, so like instead of 3 portions, you take like 5.
Try and get like a little extra I can like divide around, probably.
Okay, yeah,
because
absolutely.
mostly just to keep the other people that probably overheard us
Right,
talking.
yeah.
Like, hey, we did sort of secede.
Alright.
You didn't work yourself, so you get less than us, but...
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. You take
Alright.
that and you sneak out.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Get out.
Easel is still chatting these guys up. He's actually got them like on the verge of tears from his story. And he's like, yeah, and I just really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to like listen. Yeah.
I think it's
They're
funnier
like-
that like it seems like I don't even need to hide anymore. To like
And he's
just
like-
walk out.
Yeah, you walk out and anyways, see ya. And then he like turns around and walks kind of like
Don't leave
Jogs up.
us!
jogs up to
like
ya.
he's
I'm
like,
like, wait, what about the end? And she's like, bye.
that was the end.
Easel's like, hey, what'd you score?
Not much. We've got a portion each and an auto extra for the most of the people. Not quite as much though.
He's like, all right.
They didn't
beats nothing.
they didn't participate. So
Exactly. He's like, hey, appreciate you getting me a same portion.
just
He,
just
like,
like
takes it.
this bump.
Right? Yeah, he's like, he fits bumps you. And he's like, hey, appreciate it, man. You're pretty stealthy. like even though that could have gone better,
that was close.
yeah, it was close.
Uh,
These
just-
guys were dumb as
Alright, so just a heads up, it is possible they might notice. The general plan is to pin it on the people at the card table. They look like they
Easy.
might have been a little easy. Yeah, I
Easy,
know.
easy. And he's like,
Look, the more people, like, if I get him in on this, like,
he's
it's
like,
over.
Yeah. And he's like, I doubt we need to worry.
Yeah, just, gotta be prepared.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, I like your style, man. And he's like, goes down below deck with you.
Yeah.
And you guys kind of trade the spoils and.
Yeah, we kind of, like, split the spoils around everyone else. The
And
fun part's gonna
everyone appreciates it. Omo kind of is given the food, and he's like,
Don't ask.
wait, you don't ask. He's like, very well, I will not ask. And he like takes it, starts eating because he's very hungry.
Yeah.
He's like, I am not eaten. But he would not admit that, so he just eats it.
Oh, I know he's disappointed in me, but
Oh yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Right? Exactly. Really bad. And you guys are going through the ocean. A day passes by. Rose is bringing you food. You guys managed to stave off hunger for the most part.
Yeah, we're not getting a second heist too risky.
Exactly. And you guys make it to the as you're traveling along. Where's my? There it is. When you guys make it to, because you're going from Whaletail Island all the way.
To Ba Sing Se.
Ba Sing Se is a
I
little
think it's
further.
mainland, so.
Yeah. Ba Sing Se is definitely a bit of a trek. It is, so like you guys are here from Whaletail Island. That's Ba Sing Se.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, but then there's the northern.
Yeah, I figured where the North Pole was, but oh
Yeah,
God,
you
that's
guys
a
kind of
trek.
come into this port right here, which is right by Jiaoling. Is the
Right, was the easy part.
is the city, and you guys make it. You guys make the port, and everybody starts kind of clamoring around.
Are we
And
at
I
Ba
think
Sing
we
Se? She just says.
Rose is kind of there with you, and she's like, well, no, Ba Sing Se is a bit of a trek, honey. Like, we at least made it to land soon. And you could see that she, definitely fudged some of the... Is fudging some paperwork to be like, we have an extra cart. Like, it added an extra cart on the paperwork, so you guys didn't get
Cute.
discovered. And she's like, yeah, but, do you guys want to travel with us? I know I can honestly explain to we can have you guys tail us. Probably not join us precisely. But at least you can somewhat be a part of it. Like at least better to travel in a band. And Nikao, who had met Rose a little bit, he's like, I would hate to impose, but
Yes.
that sounds lovely. We need to talk with our other two friends. And she's like, you got other friends?
They didn't get on.
It's like they're on another ship. We didn't have enough money for all of us.
She's like, oh, you poor tears. Oh, well, yeah. We'll see about that. Yeah. I think it'll be great, though, if you guys...
Just immediately pulls me in. And then,
right?
like, I found another. I'm like,
Another one.
and they're just like, nope, out,
Get
be
out.
gone, get
Not
back
that
out of
one.
my-
Not that one. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I think that'll be a lovely idea. And you guys make it to the ports of Gowling City. And I think we shall end this
Yeah,
section
it's
there.
been a little bit.
Yeah, I think we shall end this
All right,
there.
we'll see you all next time.